Bhushundi arrived under the banyan tree, and after mentally invoking Sri Ram, he began the story. Hanuman carried Ram and Lakshman to the top of Mount Rishyamukha, where Sugriv received them with great reverence. Hanuman then told Sugriv Sri Ram's story. When Sugriv heard of Sita Devi's kidnapping, he immediately recalled an incident, and he told Sri Ram how once he had been seated at this very spot with his ministers and Hanuman when an aerial chariot had flown overhead. In it was a woman who was being carried off forcibly. She was weeping and calling out, "Ram, Ram!" And when she saw them, she wrapped her ornaments in some piece of cloth and flung it down. Sugriv immediately brought that package and gave it to Sri Ram, who recognized both the cloth and its contents. Feeling overcome with grief, Sri Ram pressed that bundle to his chest as though he was embracing Sita Devi herself. Then Sugriv told Sri Ram his story. He lived on Mount Rishyamukha in perpetual fear of his brother Vali. Many years ago, there had been great love between him and Vali. Then one day, a very powerful Rakshasa called Mayavi arrived in the town late at night, and he challenged Vali to a fight. Vali, who could never resist a challenge, came out and got locked in combat with Mayavi. For a long while they fought each other, and then finally Mayavi took to his heels and fled. But Vali went after him in hot pursuit, and Sugriv followed behind. Mayavi rushed into a cave to seek refuge, but Vali was determined to kill him. Before entering the cave, he told Sugriv to wait for him for 15 days. And if after 15 days he did not come out, then Sugriv was to take it that Vali had been killed. Sugriv did as he was told. He waited not for 15 days, but for an entire month. And then he saw a trickle of blood coming out of the cave. And sadly he thought that Vali had been killed. So he pushed a boulder to cover the cave, fearing that Mayavi would emerge and then get after him. When Sugriv returned to Kishkindha, he was crowned king. Now, what had actually happened is that Vali had succeeded in killing Mayavi, and then when he tried to come out of the cave, he found that it had been blocked. He flew into a rage, thinking that Sugriv had done this on purpose to prevent his coming out so that he, Sugriv, could be king. Somehow or the other, Vali managed to get that boulder out of the way and arrived in the court. He saw Sugriv sitting on the throne and he pounced on him, ready to kill him. But Sugriv managed to flee. Vali, however, appropriated Sugriv's wife. Ever since then, Vali had wanted to eliminate Sugriv. And Sugriv had taken refuge on Mount Rishyamukha because that was one place where Vali dared not come. And why not? Because many years ago, a certain Rishi Matanga had his ashram on this mountain. And Vali had done something which had offended the Rishi greatly, and he had cursed Vali that if ever he set foot on that mountain, he would instantly die. Sri Ram promised Sugriv that with one arrow he would kill Vali and put an end to Sugriv's fear and difficulty. A fire was lit, and in the presence of Agni Devta, an alliance between the two was sealed, and a loving bond of friendship was also forged. Now, this bond of friendship that was established between Sri Ram and Sugriv was not just an ordinary friendship. Through this bond, Sri Ram was teaching everyone what true friendship really implies. There are 5 characteristics of a true friend. First, a true friend looks upon his own mountain-like difficulties as a speck of dust, but considers his friend's minor misfortunes to be as big as a mountain. A true friend is one who, when he sees his companion going off the right path, will do everything that he can to bring him back on track. Friendship is all about give and take, but give is what is emphasized first. A true friend will give generously advice, skill, money, time, comfort, and so on. A good friend will speak to his companion about his shortcomings, point them out to him in private, but he will laud his good qualities in public. And finally, in times of crisis, a good friend will be extra comforting, loving, and supportive. He will never forsake his friend. Then, looking at his audience, Kakbhushundi said, "Just look at the greatness of Sri Ram. When Sugriv agreed to help him, he assured Sugriv that they would sort out his difficulty first. And he told Sugriv to challenge Vali to a fight right away." At that, a very judicious jungle fowl in the audience had a question. How could Sri Ram just take Sugriv at face value without even hearing Vali's side of the story? Kakbhushundi nodded patiently. "Sri Ram, don't forget," he said, "can see the minds of everyone. He knew, as we will discover a little further on, that Vali was in the wrong. Secondly, remember that this is Sri Ram's Leela, and everyone is playing a role the way he wants us to play. Sometimes things go well, and at other times they seem terrible. But the outcome is always for the welfare of everyone concerned." There were nods and clucks of appreciation. But now night was falling and the story session had to come to an end. The birds bowed down to Kakbhushundi and flew off to perch for the night and reflect upon all that they had heard.